Are you ready, kids?
No.
I can't hear you.
Probably not.
Oh, who's gonna listen to ShinyCast now? Everyone
No one.
watching the video. Yeah.
But who are the hosts? How now, brown cow?
The hosts
Wow, we
are...
suck at intros.
This is great. Okay, hello everybody. It's me, Mr. Schaeferless. I am the CEO of Sex, and my name is James. And here to my immediate right, we have...
Space Tree 88, otherwise
that's
known
a lie.
as William.
That's a lie. His name is Patrick. This is identity theft is not a joke, Patrick. That's
Why does
Patrick.
everyone say the 88? That's not even in the channel name anymore.
Well, it's in your Discord handle, so we're staring at it right now. So you gotta update that, bro.
No, fuck you.
Anyway, William, properly introduce yourself to the masses.
Hi, my name is Ben from Uncultured Swine Studios.
Indeed.
You sound like a pretty cool guy.
Yeah. And now the person whose username is Uncultured Swine, introduce yourself.
I am William of Space Tree Studios.
I can't be there twice.
Oh, true. You ruined it. Oh dear. Anyway, so to the uninitiated who might be confused, that was William initially, and then it was Ben from Space Tree and Uncultured Swine, respectively. And our grand finale is Mr.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Chris, the Shafe of Schaeferless.
See, look at that. He gets it right. Look at that.
Wait,
he didn't forget his own name.
But if you're James, I'm William, he's Ben, that's Patrick, and that's Chris, then who was flickering the lights?
No, Spark.
Tamatoa.
Oh yeah, that's a better joke, Tamatoa. Of course. Anyway, though, so yes, welcome to episode 3 of ShinyCast, everybody. So yeah, I am currently almost about to beat Persona 5 Royal, but we can't have that as a topic since nobody else has played it. So rip my hopes and dreams. And
I'll get around to it one of these days.
Yeah, okay, you keep saying that, but all right.
Oh,
So
excuse me, I'm an essential worker, and you're not.
Oh, true. I'm not essential.
James, you and Patrick are the ones that aren't working right now.
Indeed, it is very true.
I beat the game known as School.
That's true. No, you didn't. You only beat the first act.
No, that's a sequel you're talking about. That's
Okay.
releasing.
Well, I personally have recently beat the game of School in its entirety, all 4 seasons. I bought the season pass.
No, you just beat all the installments in the franchise.
Sure.
I did
I
that
guess.
almost 2 years ago.
Yep.
Literally
William-
in 2 days, it'll be 2 years.
Yeah, William's ahead of the game with that. I personally held off on beating School because I just wanted to take my time playing through the game and unlocking all the...
It's because he's 2 years younger than William.
Okay.
We
Sure.
are really bad at intros.
Wait, this is still the intro? Oh my goodness. Anyway,
ShinyCast,
anyone...
but the first 300 minutes are all the intro.
Yes, indeed. We're just gonna keep talking for 10 hours, and that's the intro, and then we'll never get to the topics. But
You know what
yeah.
the title is?
Oh boy, I can't wait to see it eventually. Alright, so anyone else have anything to add before we get into our topics of the day?
2 + 2.
Good addition. Alright. So I guess let's go to our first topic of the day, which is Nintendo just shadow dropped a new Paper Mario game trailer for some reason. Rip E3, rip our hopes and dreams. So
You know what the wackiest part about that was? I was at work and I was just like thinking to myself, they should do remasters of the Paper Mario games. I wonder what they would look like. Then right when I went on break, I looked at my phone, first thing to see, they're just making a new one. They just kind of shadow dropped this announcement. They're not showing the battle system. It drops in 2 months.
Yep, that was something. I saw it when I woke up, and I was just like without any words, I just marched back upstairs. I woke Patrick up, and without saying anything, I just played him the trailer. And he was just like, what? So, that was an experience. So, what do we think about this new Paper Mario, the Origami Killer?
Press X to Bowser.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems cool.
am overall cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, that's kind of the same boat that I'm in. I'm just looking at the, it looks a lot more interesting than, like, Sticker Star and Color Splash. Strictly because, like, there's at least a unique, like, villain and, like, plot going on. It's not like, Bowser did a thing again. Let's go stop him. The Koopalings have kidnapped the 7 Koopa hotels. Like, it's not any of that bullshit. It's, like, an actual interesting premise where, like, the origami killer is coming to origamiify the entire world, and you gotta stop him, and Bowser is following you, but all folded up. Like, I like that. It looks
He turned
neat.
himself into a rectangle, Larry.
He's
rectangle Bowser.
Funniest shit I've ever seen.
Oh, he's like a wet floor sign Bowser.
Exactly. That's the game I want to play. Mario's wet floor sign Odyssey 2 something. I don't know.
Boogaloo.
So, yes, Electric Boogaloo. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna pick it up when it comes out, which is
July
not some-
17th.
Yeah, it's really close. I mean, what else am I gonna be doing? So, yeah, it's like I didn't pick up Sticker Star or Color Splash. I just heard offhand accounts of how horrible Sticker Star is and how okay Color Splash is, aside from its horrible battle system that they didn't change. But, like, from the looks of the trailer, it looks like they don't have the same hallmarks of the bad battle systems from Sticker Star and Color Splash. It looks like they actually, like, fixed a lot of those problems.
It doesn't look like it's the same battle system as the original two. They're, like, trying something new again.
Yeah, and I, like, appreciate... Well, yeah, the only thing is, yeah, the first 2 games had such an excellent battle system, so it's sad that they're not doing that. But honestly, any battle system that's not the Sticker Star Color Splash one is an automatic improvement, since battling was completely pointless in those games because of the lack of experience.
I mean, I loved Super Paper Mario, so I probably wouldn't care if the battle system isn't like a standard RPG.
Well, Super Mario is also just like more of a traditional platform with RPG elements, so it's like, oh, it's more just regular Mario at that point, so it's fine.
Yeah, but you can still level up and get
Yeah.
experience points for attack and defense.
Yeah, that's why I said meant by RPG elements.
So
Yeah.
it gives you an incentive to battle instead of...
Yeah, but it's, like,
Well,
different,
you also want to
though.
battle because they're in your way.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, okay.
battling is just jump on them and they die. It's not like a whole drawn-out thing where you gotta
And
do,
you can still
like...
do stylish moves.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. Super Paper Mario is a weird mixture. But I think what really drives that game and makes people, like, look back fondly on it is the plot.
Yeah.
Because it's, like, kind of the best plot in, like, any Mario game ever.
Agreed.
So it's just kind of like, without a really captivating plot like that, like, I don't know if a Paper Mario game, like Origami King, for example, like, I don't know if it's really going to hold together. It really depends on the gameplay being compelling and fun, because I'm not the biggest fan of Super Paper Mario's gameplay, honestly. It's just the story and characters keep me going. But, yeah.
Color Splash's writing was top-notch hilarious. I feel like if they could, like, keep that up with the Origami King while having this sort of, I guess it's like a darker plot if everyone's getting turned into origami minions. But, I mean, they also played the whole horror movie angle with everyone in Color Splash losing their fluids.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's not hard to go darker than Sticker Star and Color Splash because literally every other Paper Mario is already darker than a normal Mario game.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if you think about it, the first Paper Mario was pretty simple, but it
Yeah, but it also
still had,
opens with Mario getting beat up and falls from the sky.
yeah, it
Yeah.
still had
Paper Mario
plenty of
opens with
unique
Bowser winning.
Yeah.
locations and characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plot-wise,
We need
it's
more
like
general white quests.
yeah. Plot-wise, the first Paper Mario was very simple, obviously, but it's like a good introduction to this sort of format of the series, and it's like each consecutive Paper Mario just like made the stakes higher, made the story more compelling, and just like more interesting characters, and then it all culminated with like Super Paper Mario, which like even though I think it's inferior to Thousand Year Door overall, I think the story was just like a huge improvement over the already pretty great story of Thousand Year Door. And then like everything just fell apart, obviously, with Sticker Star. Probably the most baffling Nintendo game ever made. Like, I don't know how you dropped the ball that hard, but
Chibi
like,
Robo Ziplash.
true, very true. But I feel like they're slowly starting to build things back up again to the like from Sticker Star to Color Splash and then to Origami King. It's like even though we're not at the same level as like, you know, Thousand Year Door and Super, it's like I feel like we're getting there in terms of the tone and like the story and everything. The only issue though is gameplay, because the first two games had just such solid gameplay that was like so fun and addictive, and it's like I don't know, we don't really know what the gameplay is going to be like with this game, but
So, from what I glanced at, like some footage and everything, we got like that one quick round of battle shows like the ring system and everything, which
Yeah.
does look kind of cool because like that could lead to some cool ideas. Like, oh, you have the spiked enemies, get them out of the way. Flying enemies, depending on what attacks you get, that could be cool. But the big variable is those attacks themselves. In that thing, we only saw like jump and hammer, and it didn't look like they were going to be expendable resources. They did just look like defaults, which is good. But if you look at that the regular trailer, when it did show Mario jumping on enemies, it did show in the corner something called shiny boots. Which, okay, make the shiny joke now.
shiny.
Ha ha ha,
Comedy-
funny.
co-
But
comedy
it's
gold.
like, when you look at that, like, okay, so now, what is that? Is that going to be like, are badges back? Is that just a move you just have whenever? Do you need, like, expendable resources for that? We don't know. So that's the big variable.
It
Yeah.
could be like an upgrade of your standard boots,
Could.
like how you got those in the first two Paper Mario games, or
Yeah.
it could be an you know, a badge effect attack, like
Yeah,
the
so,
first
like,
two games.
If
Worst case
badges and FP are
scenario,
back,
it's an expendable resource. I
and
hope that they'd learn after all the backlash the last two games got. I mean, Color Splash was just made as a sequel to Sticker Star before they really knew that Sticker Star was not well received.
because
It's
all
just
they were
because
looking at was was how it did, and it was and Sticker Star is the best selling game because it was on the 3DS. That's what they
Yeah.
were looking at. So, oh, let's keep doing that. Then they learned like, oh, people just played it and then they didn't like it.
Yeah. Basically.
And here's the thing, though, it really just is a matter of like, are there like, because there have been expendable resources in the original. There were still items you could use in battle, like the POW blocks, the swooper stuff, all that kind of thing. So there can be expendable resources in battle, but you need other things. Like, one of the big issues is just that everything in Sticker Star and Color Splash were resources, like even just regular jump and hammer. But like, you also, if you just have like default moves and then the others, that is still better. It's not ideal though. I'd still prefer just having like FP and like moves you can use whenever. if there's like a mixture, that's fine. Because like, okay, there's like super rare combo moves, whatever you could do with that or expendable. That's fine. But give us like more versatile RPG battle mechanics, especially
Yeah.
now that Mario and Luigi's kind of a question mark since Alpha Dream's gone.
Yeah, exactly.
And
like
now, yeah, going into that though, I did see like some people saying, "Oh, well, now that that's Mario Luigi's kind of done, they can make Paper Mario the one RPG again." Because apparently that was Nintendo's reasoning for what's happening with Paper Mario. Because they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, we don't need two Mario RPG series, so we can have Mario and Luigi be the RPG and Paper Mario more creative," which people did not like that because like Paper Mario and Mario and Luigi aren't very similar aside from being RPGs. The way you
Yeah.
attack in Paper Mario is more methodical, slower than Mario and Luigi, whereas Mario and Luigi is more traditional RPG and just does like a bunch of crazy type deals.
I think Mario and Luigi is more like action based.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the way you like do more damage with Paper Mario is like, there are some moves where you have to press A at the right time, but there's also you have to like flick the switch or do other combinations. Everything in Mario and Luigi is more just rapid fire, press A, press A, press A, press B, and like the way you like avoid damage, jump over the enemies, attack back. Paper Mario is just guard or reflect. I feel like I kind of just contradicted what I said there with slower and methodical, but I think everyone gets what I mean.
Yeah.
Like the way they play is very different.
Yeah, exactly. They're definitely like very distinct series.
I think everyone's kind of in the same boat with this, being more or cautiously optimistic because it does look better from what we've seen. But again, we also just haven't seen that much. And the fact that they're announcing this thing 2 months before it launches, that's kind of a red flag for me. Because
Yeah.
games don't usually get announced 2 months before launch unless it's like a smaller indie game type thing or a side project. This doesn't happen for big game releases in your flagship franchise.
Yeah, it's bizarre too, like the timing, because it's like May. We can presume that maybe this was meant to be during E3 and like.
But
E3,
then why is it coming out in July?
Yeah, exactly. So it's like weird. It feels like it should have been announced in the March direct, like the mini direct. Like that would have
Either
made
the
more
March
sense.
Direct or the September Direct. Because
Yeah.
usually games get like 6 months to launch, like as a rule of thumb usually.
Yeah, but it's like so bizarre because people complain that the March Direct didn't showcase anything new, and like they could have easily shown this game during the March Direct. So I don't really understand like what the goal was there, and like so I don't know. It's like bizarre, but it also shows to me that Nintendo's 2020 plans are probably like might be more like filled than we think, and they just haven't like revealed it, which is I'm not sure why they wouldn't do that. Obviously everything's uncertain right now, but like at the same time, like you'd think they would have revealed some of their games coming out this year in like September maybe, unless they really just weren't in a state where they were ready to be shown, but that just seems kind of unlikely if they were a year away from being released. Like, at least announcing them like they did with Metroid Prime 4 all those years ago.
Well, look how that turned out, though.
Yeah, exactly.
How'd that turn out 2 years later? Well, hey, we finally got some news on Metroid Prime 4. Oh, they're starting development over.
Yeah.
So we know nothing again.
Yeah. Speaking of Metroid, though, the little tease at the end, I feel like that's probably a little tease at Metroid Prime 4.
There was a Donkey Kong helmet in there as well, which does kind of read like a shout out to Retro Studios.
Yeah, it might. Which is like interesting. It's like a very specific thing to do for like intelligent systems to throw this shout out to Retro Studios in there.
Unless there's more Nintendo themed costumes in there besides just those two. We don't know because we haven't seen the full room.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's interesting though. It's cute though. It feels like a Prime 4 shout out because at this point that game should be somewhat close. I mean,
And that is
maybe
kind of
not.
the thing Paper Mario does too. Like remember in Paper Mario 2 where you could like fall in like the shower in like the Exxon Fortress and come out as like 8-bit Mario.
Oh yeah,
They
and they
like
had
to throw
like
stuff in like that.
yeah, they had references to like Fire Emblem and stuff. Like the Toad was playing it.
Luigi's Mansion.
And Luigi's Mansion. Yeah, it's like just cute stuff Intelligent Systems does. But yeah, Well, I don't know.
It's weird that this is technically Donkey Kong's first appearance in the Paper Mario series.
It is
Oh,
weird,
yeah.
yeah. Weird stuff. But yeah,
Hey, can we talk about the possible partners?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting. Like, there's definitely people following Mario in some parts. They're not there all the time. There was like something that was taken down, like a picture
No, it was
or a video of someone following Mario, which I thought was pretty.
no, it's not the following. It's the fact that there was in one part of the trailer there's an archaeologist Toad hiding behind Mario, and then this taken down video showed them behind Mario in a battle.
I think that was in the Chinese trailer.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but like, so obviously Sticker Star had that sort of stuff in its trailers too, but that got taken out. But like, Sticker Star was not close to release at that point. This is 2 months away, so everything's pretty much final at this point. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's a question of whether partners are back. Obviously, everyone wants them to be back, so.
They could be waiting to reveal them and make like a big deal out of it. But I mean, I feel like
there's not much build up though. They could have just revealed it.
I
here.
could see this getting a designated direct.
I don't know. It's not like the kind of like phenomenon like Animal Crossing or Smash Bros, where it's like a single player and multiplayer sort of big thing. It's just kind of like its own little single player adventure, and that's not the kind of games Nintendo gives directs towards.
Well,
What
it's
a
still
world where
a
Animal
Mario
Crossing and Smash are
product.
bigger than Mario.
Indeed. Yeah, I was thinking about that, how Intelligent Systems has just been really focused on like Fire Emblem instead of Paper Mario this decade. Like, Paper Mario's gotten like, well, I guess the decade's over, but like the 2010s, Paper Mario got 2 games, and then Fire Emblem had like, how many?
4?
Even though it started the decade nearly dead. It's like,
Well, that's kind of why they did it, because they brought it into the mainstream. There's money to be made there. Look how well Free Houses did.
yeah, true. But like at the same time, Mario is Mario, so it's like you'd think that they could pour more resources into Paper Mario and like maybe do remakes here and there, because it's like Mario and Luigi tried that as well.
Or just
And
start selling the
obviously-
games again.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. It's weird that they haven't started remaking Paper Mario. Like, they did the Fire Emblem remake of, like, Shadows of Valencia. So, like, they could feasibly give Paper Mario remakes a try. Like, everyone would want that, because everyone loves the first 2 games. So, I don't
And,
know.
like, Sticker Star has fans as well. I mean, not Sticker Star, I mean Super Hero Mario.
Yeah, exactly.
Sticker Star has no fans.
No, not a single person.
Color
likes Sticker Star.
Splash has fans strictly because of the writing.
Yeah, there's like 7 fans of Color Splash in the world. And then
And like, I think Color Splash had some unique locations, but
Yeah.
nobody really cared because it was all based on a world map.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. This one looks a
Yeah.
lot more open, and that's exciting. It doesn't look like it's like just level based, and it doesn't look like a world map is
So
in there.
did Color
like,
Splash still have the world map? Because I know Sticker Star did, but so Color Splash also had a world map?
Yeah.
That's
oh,
dumb.
yeah, it really is. Like, it's Sticker Star. Okay, it's on a handheld. I guess that's how you want to do it, just like they did with Dark Moon. But like, then you get back to the Wii U. It's a console. Why not just do it the normal way? I don't know. It's bizarre, but whatever.
At least we
Anyway,
know that the soundtrack will be good for this one, because that was like the only good parts about Color Splash and Sticker Star.
Very true. Yeah, good ass music.
Yeah, things I think I were neat. I hardly saw any Toad that wasn't in an outfit of some sort.
Oh, that's good news.
I think there might have been some
Unfortunately,
like
all
in the
the-
stands, but that's about it.
Yeah, all the enemies that are like not origami are just generic looking, but I mean, I guess their excuse for using generic designs is because all the enemies that you actually fight are origami.
Yeah, I mean,
So they can get away with making generic designs partners and characters.
I mean,
Yeah, which
fair-
does seem to be like what they're trying to go for. The
Yeah.
thing that if we don't get like standard partners, what it might be something like, oh, they like you have like you go to this area, have someone join you up periodically, or like even if it's like a recruit thing where you can like call allies into battle whenever you want to, and they can be there for like a couple turns or something maybe. Like it could be something along those lines.
Yep. So yeah. Overall, yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm looking forward to playing it. And yeah, I just hope it is good. It doesn't even need to be exactly like the first two games. I just want it to be fun.
Bowser is
sense.
not the main villain, and he's joining you on the adventure. That means he'll have plenty of opportunities to talk. That's
Which is
already
good.
a major step up.
Yeah, that's good news.
Because
So,
Sticker
yes.
had him completely brainwashed, so he just didn't talk at all.
Yeah, it was a mess.
Which is just a disappointment because Bowser's always the best character in the RPGs.
Yep. Oh man. Anyway, though.
Ben, do you have anything to add? Because you were kind of quiet during this.
Yeah, I think it'd be nice to see another artistically stylized 2D Mario for once, or on the Switch.
Yeah.
Have an opportunity.
Yeah. Like kind of like something like similar to like Paper Mario's art style, just like a different sort of unique art style. Yeah, that'd be really neat.
I would kind of like just like more unique though. I even like the arts and crafts that they've been doing is cool, but like there's also been too much of it because like we had 2 Yoshi games do it, like 2 Kirby games do it. I kind of want to see like just like more like unique stylization that's not just like arts and crafts stuff again.
Yeah,
because
agree.
we've seen that like Kirby's Epic Yarn, Craft World, Woolly World, Canvas Curse, the Rainbow Curse one, Link's Awakening remake.
I feel like Craft World just didn't have any personality though. That seems it's at least that like artistically stylized and it has personality to the artistic style as well. So I think it's a little more appealing in that way.
Yep. So yeah. Chris, do you have any thoughts?
Not really, because I've never played any of them.
Oh, then now's your chance. This
Have you
could
played
be
the
good.
South Park game, the first one?
Stick of Truth, yes.
Yeah. Okay, it's kind of like that.
Nice.
I mean, I'll probably give it a shot. It looks cool. That's all I can say.
All right, awesome. So yep, I think that's about it then. We are cautiously optimistic. So yep. So let us move on to our next topic, which is a little bit older of news, but it's still relevant because it hasn't been overturned or anything. So let's discuss the fact that.
Wait, one last thing.
Oh my god, what?
Mario has stretchy arms.
Mario
with the thousand-fold arms. He's the new arms fighter in Smash.
We got epic. We figured it out. We cracked Nintendo's code. Anyway, though. Now moving on to trolls killing movie theaters apparently, because there was news that okay, so AMC Theaters is no longer going to play Universal movies in their theaters because the Universal president said, wow, Trolls did really good on digital-only release. And apparently the AMC president got really mad about that and said, well, guess what? All Universal movies are banned now. So this
Which is just the weirdest decision because it's like, oh, so instead of given the choice between making less money and making no money, they chose making no money.
Yeah, I don't get it. Why?
Because it wasn't Universal saying, "Oh, we're gonna only do direct-to-video stuff now" or something. It was like, no, we'll say we'll explore options to do both.
Yeah. So why would you do this? Like, this is not normal times. And what other option did they have other than wait? So like, well, okay. So they said that maybe they'll try both. That doesn't mean they're gonna just quit movie theaters entirely. And this comes across as really like
Petty.
way too petty and reactionary.
There's literally an AMC theater in Universal Studios Florida.
Yeah, what are they gonna do? Oh no.
And people also gotta realize, it's like, yeah, Universal makes some big stuff, but they also own things, so that includes DreamWorks and Illumination movies.
Yeah. Oh no, what are we gonna do without Minions 5 in our AMC theaters? Goodness gracious me.
See, you're saying that as a joke, but realistically, Minions makes a shit ton of money, and AMC would want that money.
Yeah, exactly.
They can do like a bunch of tie-in promo stuff. I don't like
Yeah,
Minions,
Now
but
they
that's
just
a lot of money.
screwed themselves over.
Yeah, it's so bizarre because, like, yeah, it's just a matter of losing money for no real reason. Like,
And even then, like, we're still all in quarantine and stuff right now. We don't even know how this would even go. We don't even know if it would be all movies Universal does. And even if they do, we don't even know how successful it'd be, because there are people that do like to go out to movie theaters.
yeah. In general, though, I feel like movie theater chains have a right to be defensive. Like, obviously, not this defensive. This is ridiculous. But,
Yeah.
like, I feel like streaming has really disrupted their business model, like, even before all this happened. So it's just like now this is really driving the nail in and really making you question whether or not movie theaters are in, like, huge trouble. Because, like, I don't know. I guess the success of Trolls on digital just shows that, like, maybe people don't want to go to, like, theaters anymore. But
I think we're
like you
ignoring
said,
one fact about this, though, is that what movie was this? Trolls 2?
yeah, this is absurd.
This was
Okay,
a
yeah,
kid's movie.
exactly.
And
This
I'm not
is the
saying
kind
that to
of-
be pessimistic about anime movies. I'm just saying that the Trolls movies are blatantly meant for kids and explicitly kids. So
Yeah,
parents
so-
did that just for their children to have something to watch when they're home from school. We don't even
Exactly.
know if this would be all that successful, like, say, if an Avengers movie did this.
Yeah, like I kind of doubt that. Another thing to consider here is the price, because, like, I believe it was like $20
Yes.
to stream the movie. So yeah, that's like movie tickets. I think are generally like $10 per person.
10 to 13.
About.
If
Yeah.
you're with one person, you're paying way more for it at that point.
Exactly, but like with a family, you would be saving money on this, and
Yeah.
you don't have to go out. Especially, you don't have to buy snacks either. So it's like,
Well,
Yeah.
technically you do. It's just your groceries.
yeah. But
That'd be
it's
cheaper.
like, if you're just one person, then yeah, maybe you would want to go to a theater. Maybe it would be cheaper for you. But it also opens the door to, like, okay, maybe the new Avengers movie comes out and, like, you say, hey, friends, how about you all come over and watch it at my place, and we all, like, split the cost. So then it's, like, really cheap. You get, like, 8 friends together and you all watch it together, and it's, like, you only
$2
had...
a person or something.
Yeah. So it really opens the door to, like, price, like, really being able to lower the price. And I think that's something that movie theaters are afraid of, because why would you go to a movie theater if you have to pay, like, way more when you could all just pool together and just watch it at one person's house? So it's like, I feel like in that regard, movie theaters have a right to be, like, worried about this, because streaming just opens up so many possibilities about, like, not making as much money because people can pool together. There's nothing stopping them. So I can see it from that perspective, but at the same time, this particular decision with AMC and Universal is just the dumbest thing.
And, like, the day we're recording is the day after Scoob went to home video premiere. We don't yet have those numbers, so we don't even know how well that's doing. So we don't even know if this is a winning formula or not.
Yeah, definitely. And again,
Scoob is a kid's movie.
The thing with movie theaters is that they're also kind of, like, more like a gimmick thing for some people, that, like, they just want to see a movie up on the big screen. Because that's always going to be an appeal. In fact, I'm pretty sure, like, that's, like, the main thing, like, places in, like, China and Japan are going to try to do to get more people to go to theaters again, is showing older movies again.
yeah.
Because there are
makes
people who will pay to see older movies in theaters.
Yeah. It might be neat to, like, experience things with an audience like that. That's really the only thing keeping me interested in movie theaters. I don't really care about the big screen experience. I enjoy seeing how audiences react to, like, certain things or certain lines of dialogue. Like Force Awakens and Avengers Endgame in particular were, like, my two favorite movie theater experiences because I just liked seeing how the crowd reacted to certain things. But at the same time, you gotta ask yourself if it's worth the trade-off of annoying moviegoers who just ruin the experience and just how just gross it can be and just, I don't know.
I'd say that the rowdy crowds tend to be like less common than usual though, because I haven't had too many bad experiences in movie theaters with that. It's either just everyone is silent or like you have that one big moment of Endgame where everyone pops off.
Yeah.
And for some people, me included, sometimes we just feel like it's easier to focus on the movie when we're actually there in the theater. Because what else are we going to do? Whereas when I'm at home, I also have my laptop right there, my phone's right there, there's other people in my house, that it's easier to get distracted when doing things at home.
True, yeah.
It's like I just have better focus when I'm actually physically there at the movie theater.
Yeah, it's like with a movie theater, you're like locked in unless you decide to like walk out. So.
Well, you're not locked in because you can walk out literally whenever to go to the bathroom or buy snacks or just leave.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like you're less inclined to like check your phone or just do something. Well, at least if you're a rational person, you're less inclined to check your phone. That doesn't really apply to some people, but
there's also like sound because not everyone has big surround audio filters and everything. Why do I keep saying
surround
filters?
Sound?
Yeah, surround sound speakers. And like some movies just have way better sound when you're there. Otherwise,
theaters
you just
always
have,
gonna have
whatever
better
speaker
sound.
TV has, or your headphones, whatever the hell your phone's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like it's just generally a better movie watching experience in general, as long as you don't have like a really bad crowd, at least.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know.
If you had the theater by yourself, it's always going to be a better experience in the theater, I guess, unless you have better chairs at home or a sofa. But
yeah,
like
definitely,
if you're going to have people interrupt,
first time I can remember having an entire theater to just like me and James and my dad was when we went to go see B movie as kids.
What an experience that was! It's amazing. Just pure, unfiltered, unadulterated B movie. It was.
You like
the time
theaters?
of my life. Yeah. Anyway, though, what were you saying, Ben?
Kind of lost my thought.
I think he was done.
Oh, okay.
It was probably fine, yeah.
Okay, I couldn't hear. I think Patrick cut him off, so I wasn't sure.
Oh no, I think I waited, but I guess
I think you're good.
We just were so enthusiastic about talking about B movie that we just couldn't wait. It could not. We had to get the words out because
I feel like I had something I wanted to say, but then you mentioned B movie and I forgot what it was.
Because B movie just brings us all together. I feel like if theaters really want to survive, all they need to do is have like private showings of B movie, where you like pay $1,000 for the experience to sit alone in the theater and just have B movie overwhelm your senses in a way that no other movie could possibly do, because that is the true meaning of Christmas, is B movie.
Okay, I remember what I was gonna say. That being said, this is only AMC doing all this, which, James, this does not affect you, me, Chris, or Patrick, because the only two theaters around here, one's Fox and one's RC.
Yeah, I mean, there is
so
an
it doesn't
AMC.
even matter.
There is an AMC at the now defunct mall.
Yeah, the now dead mall, so no, there's not.
Yeah, so basically, me and Patrick and Chris went to that mall one day, like, last year, and like we were just, because we were curious about it, we were in the neighborhood, and we just like were like, oh, it's dead. We didn't even know that it died. We don't keep up with the news. But yeah, that was a experience and a half. We saw the movie theater all alone, and we were like, wow, F. So yeah, that was stuff that happened. Anyway, though.
I don't know. As like someone who does not like going out and crowds, I probably would prefer just streaming movies for the most part. And also, whenever people are like deciding to be, whenever it's like not taboo to go outside to like sort of entertainment venues, then I don't know if that's going to result in the same amount of people going to movie theaters.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I personally would prefer streaming. I just like watching stuff on my laptop and not having to go out. Like, especially with like indie films, it's like they're really not. You don't need the theater experience for them. And just it's much more comfortable to just watch those like in my own house, and like, especially since they're not widely released. So it's hard to see them.
I feel like it's kind of a moot point at that point, since they don't get those big releases anyway. That's the only option regardless.
Yeah, so I just feel like they should really, accept streaming in that regard. And I'm glad the Oscars have like changed their rules this year to allow streaming films to qualify.
Well, I think they have to, because we don't know when movie theaters are even going to open. They're saying that stuff might open again in August, but we don't actually know.
Exactly. But yeah, I really personally hope that they keep that rule in place, and that encourages more like Oscar-y films to come out on streaming services, because like it's just way more convenient. It's not easy to find these movies in theaters for a lot of people. So
remember, they really should do that, because remember, Marriage Story was a Netflix movie that had to get released in theaters quickly for like a week just so it could qualify.
Yeah, it's like such a dumb, archaic rule that doesn't even need to exist anymore. But,
and it shows that there's ways to get around that rule, and regardless.
Yeah, so please just get rid of that rule.
As long as it shows in a theater, it will count. So just rent out that one shitty theater in your hometown and just do a screening. Don't tell anyone. One person will walk in the theater randomly to watch it. The movie will make $12, but it'll still count as a theatrical film and be qualified for the Oscars.
Perfect. It's foolproof. All right.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like some movies just don't even need to be.
Movie theaters will just like super jack up prices and become, just because less people will want to go there, and it'll be more like Broadway?
No, because then that's how you make no money at all.
Yeah.
If anything, what I could see happening is movie theaters try other things, expand. Like, if movie theaters offer like food options, make it like suit like a restaurant and a movie theater. It's like you go to dinner, get your food, and then watch a movie. Yeah. If they try doing more of that, if they try to focus more on the arcade aspects again, having more than just a claw machine in like that one old racing game from the 90s. Like, if they try to bump that up, make them like a social thing, that's what they could try to do. Add gift shops. I know some movie theaters already have those, but like do that for more.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. And I guess movie theaters that are built into shopping malls have an advantage too, because you can shop and see a movie and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I think you're right that's really what they need to do in order to survive, because like I have no interest in really going to movie theaters if the movie I want to see is on streaming. But that's just me personally. I know like a lot of people still like movie theaters, so that's
I'm also the guy that prefers physical copies of movies anyway. So at that, like, if it's coming straight to VOD first, well, I'd rather just wait for the Blu-ray then.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because I'm not gonna pay $20 to get a movie digital only, when I could just wait like an extra 3 months and pay $23 to get the Blu-ray. Hey, so I have a physical disc there too, and a digital copy, and the DVD.
True, yeah. So there's some stuff that needs to be worked out with that, but yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see where it goes. So yeah, does anyone have anything else to add about movie theaters and this whole AMC nonsense and anything?
Yeah, I say if the movie is just basically story based, you have people, or it's just like everyday things, it's fine on streaming for me. But if I want to have like a unique artistic experience, like say Spider-Verse, or like something that's heavy in special effects like Marvel movies or whatnot, I definitely want the experience at least like once, the full experience in the theater, being able to see every like pixel blown up, or having the full experience. I want to be like chewing 5 gum.
Yeah, I feel that. Like, it definitely would have been weird to watch Endgame for the first time on my laptop. Like, I can't really picture that. But yeah, I can see that. There's some movies that do work better as theatrical releases, but they're just not the kind of movies that I'm as interested in. So I guess that's why I prefer streaming. So yeah.
We also didn't really touch on like special events and stuff. Like we kind of did like with the older things, but like I feel like movie theaters should try to focus on that more. Like there's already some things that do that, like Fathom events and everything. In fact, the last movie I actually saw in movie theaters was the Fathom event screening of the original King Kong.
Ah, neat.
So it was like literally the day before everything closed down too. It was like that Sunday, and then the Monday, boom, everything's closed. It also to be said that the last movie I saw in theaters was from 1933.
The last movie I saw was Onward, and I regret that. I wish it was Sonic. Oh well.
But it's just like if they like focus more on stuff like that, like if they do like a double feature of Infinity War and Endgame, that'd bring in business because people would want to see both of those back to back in a big theater screen.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah. Anyway, though, anyone else have anything to add? All right, then let us.
3 plus 3 equals 6.
Wow, you have so much stuff to add. Incredible. All right, so let's move on to the Smash Cast. I think that's the name that I don't know. I don't know. If it
I
has a
don't
name
remember,
yet.
and I don't care. All that matters is that he came to town to save the Princess Zelda.
The princess. Today on Smash Cast, where we talk about a certain Smash Bros. Fighter that coincides with the number of the podcast episode that we're on, we are talking about Link. So, excuse me,
boy,
princess.
I can't wait to bomb the dongos.
Exactly. That old Ganon's no match for the king.
I can't wait to press B over and over again and do no other moves on Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Yep.
Spam that B button. Anyway, though, so Link is interesting because, like, so obviously there's 3 Links in Smash, so I guess we're focusing on Breath of the Wild Link in particular, but we could probably also talk about his other iterations, like the Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess Links. But yeah, there's not much to talk about in terms of his character because...
Well, that's because why is his name Link? Because he's the link between you and the game. He's there to be you.
Yeah, and I always thought that it was also because the links are like linked together through time and space and everything.
I mean, when I first saw the name, I was thinking about sausages.
That is a good point. But yeah, I guess something interesting is this is the only adult Link in Smash. So just talking about like playing as adult Link, that's become a lot more common. Like Link has frequently been a child. And then, like, Ocarina of Time, it's like you go from child to adult in the same game. But then, like, from Twilight Princess onward, like, the main 3D Zeldas have all been, like, keeping up this focus on adult Link. And I think that even though I kind of prefer starting out as a child, I think Ocarina of Time had the best of both worlds where you go from child to adult. I thought that was like really neat, and I like specifically the fact that adult Link is like has more mobility with his like climbing and in Skyward Sword and Breath of the Wild, like the stamina, like it just feels like he's like raring for an adventure, and it's like fun to play as him.
You say adult Link, but really to me he reads more like an older teenager.
Yeah, definitely, like especially in like Skyward Sword and like maybe even Twilight Princess.
How old is Link as a kid in Ocarina of Time? Because he's only asleep for 10 years.
I'm gonna say he's
7 years. 7 years. So if he's like a 10-year-old, he's only 17 when he wakes up.
Yeah, that's what I think. So he's just on the cusp of adulthood, but like still, it's neat. What I like about Ocarina of Time is that like the world when you're a child is all happy and jovial. And then when you're an adult, it's like you really have to grow up to accept all the responsibilities and consequences of all the shit you did. And it's like, and it just, the world complements that so well. So it's like, it's interesting how that works. But yeah. Let me see. Yeah, it's like Link intentionally obviously doesn't have a very strong personality in any of the games, aside from maybe Wind Waker. But
and then that's more just his expressions, because he's more cartoony.
Yeah.
He's still mostly just doing what you would do in that situation, but he's like the immediate like facial reactions are just much more expressive.
Yeah. It's interesting though how it took the Zelda series a while to implement like dialogue options. Like Skyward Sword and Breath of the Wild are like the only ones I could think of that like have dialogue options where you can kind of like make Link, you know, his own character, or like implement your choices into the character of Link. So
Like
it's
in Paper Mario.
Exactly. But
Which
I think
always choose the dickheaded answer for Mario.
correct. I think that's just indicative of Link being like the I think it's indicative of Nintendo focusing on gameplay over story. Like the story and character, like who Link is really doesn't matter. It's just about the adventure that he's gonna go on and that you're gonna play. So yeah, Link is kind of just there.
In Breath of the Wild, in Zelda's diary, she actually got him to talk to her, and it said that she told her that the reason he doesn't talk is because he's holding all the pressure of people's expectations on him.
Oh man, that's deep.
It's like he finally works up the Triforce of courage to talk to someone, and all that comes out is Squaw!
Yep.
Yeah.
He's a Kenku in disguise.
Indeed. It all makes sense.
Link and Twilight Princess probably is like the best, the funnest overall kit of items, but he looks stoned the entire time.
Yeah, Link and Twilight Princess is just, why?
They need to bring back the top.
Yeah, the spinner, I love that thing. Oh my god.
Dude, they could do a pachinko level in Zelda, that'd be great.
Yeah.
It didn't work for Mario, but it could work for Link.
True. Yeah. I liked Skyward Sword Link, but I feel like that's just because I was really invested in the story and like Zelda and Skyward Sword. So that's probably why. He really, and the dialogue options were a good fit, but yeah, he's still just kind of typical silent protagonist man. But yeah.
Twilight Princess Midna was the main character.
Yeah, basically.
Link was the sidekick.
Yeah.
Was Groose the main character in Skyward Sword?
Yes.
I mean, according to him, it's the Legend of Groose.
Indeed.
God, they should put Groose in Smash.
Yeah.
I fully support it.
Bruce not?
Groose wasn't even in Hyrule Warriors.
I'm so mad about that. What? Who else? Why would they put anyone other than Groose in?
Well, let's put Crazy Bug Girl in.
Okay, but she's cute.
Okay.
I mean, she's creepy, though.
She's not Marin. Though.
Exactly. She's creepy and cute.
Yeah. Anyway, though, I like that they weren't afraid to change his design up and have him in Breath of the Wild, have him wear blue primarily and have no hat. Like, I thought that was cool. And I'm glad that Smash wasn't afraid to, like, embrace that Link either.
Oh, I mean...
Since they had two traditional Links in Young Link and Toon Link.
It is... Breath of the Wild is considered, like, the game of the decade by many.
True.
It's such a big leap in innovation for open world games, so of course you gotta rep it in Smash. Did they do a good job in moveset department? They could have done more, but I feel like if you put a bunch of Breath of the Wild's mechanics into the veteran character of Link, it would have become too complicated.
Yeah, it might be alienating. But then you got Young Link and Toon Link, so really, what's the problem? Why not do more? Why not make Rivali's Gale his up special? What's special about the spin attack that, like, we couldn't just have?
That's true.
Yeah.
And you'd have the paraglider after you're, like, soaring around. Whee!
Yeah, I do wish they did more with Link in Ultimate and made him more like Breath of the Wild Link. The bombs were a good start, but, like, overall, I just wish they did more with him. And I think he's an okay character in Smash. I never felt him that much. I always kind of preferred younger Toon Link.
Yeah, I think that's the vote most people are in. I think, like, Young Link is just a higher tier than normal Link anyway.
Yeah.
I don't actually know because I haven't checked tiers in ages.
Yeah.
Because, like, it was, like, the biggest whiplash. Like, everyone just keeps saying Sonic sucks so much. And then all of a sudden, it's like, no, Sonic is actually top tier right now. Like, what the fuck? How?
Sonic is top tier because he's obnoxious to fight against.
Well, mostly on Wi-Fi.
True. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, Ben and Chris, do you guys have any thoughts about Lonk from Pennsylvania?
We're from Pennsylvania.
Indeed.
There's it's a Mii fighter technically, but it's called Lunk. I found on, I'm not sure what it's inspired from. I've seen a couple of them on the download, but it's got the voice box 10. It's very entertaining to play as.
Nice. Yeah. Should we talk about CDI Link real quick?
Oh boy!
What?
That is the best of all of the links.
He has the most personality out of all the links, but that's like saying Jar Jar has the most personality out of all the Phantom Menace characters.
Hey,
I
what
just
about
want CDI Link for
Hey,
Smash.
whoa. CDI Link is better than the cartoon Zelda Link.
Yeah,
Well,
that one's-
excuse me, princess.
You
This
got
part
like
gave
cut
up
off in
on
the
ya.
middle. Yeah.
Well, it'll be there in the audio file.
Oh boy. Can't wait to hear that over and over. Oh boy, gonna make a 10-hour loop of that. Incredible.
ShinyCast, but it's just excuse for 5 years.
Yep.
Do you feel like
It's like 4 years long, and then the remaining year was the intro.
excuse
Okay.
me, princess?
That's I love CDI Link, but not
You
for
can
the
make him do
reasons
the
that
duck
were
walk.
intended. Yeah.
He can do the duck walk though.
Cool, huh?
But
So-
by the way, I don't think any other Link was able to throw Ganon in the pit.
True.
No, the rest
It
of them just stab him.
True.
Yeah, then he comes back.
Exactly. Well, in Wind Waker, Ganon drowned, so he didn't come back after that because he was really dead.
I don't know. According to Nintendo, Breath of the Wild happens in every timeline, even though it's not how time works.
Oh well. Anyway, though, so does anyone have any final thoughts about Lonk from Pennsylvania?
Well, the timeline doesn't even make sense because you can't have the way that the split between Ocarina of Time with Twilight Princess and Majora's Mask worked was that one of them is the time when he goes back, and one of them is the time when he just stays. But now there's also a time where Link dies, which that's completely different at that point.
True.
And when does he die? Is it during the Ganon fight, or is it any other point?
That's
I think it's during the Ganon fight, because that's when Ganondorf has access to all 3 Triforce pieces.
yeah, but he would if Link died at any other point during Ocarina, because
Yeah, he just he
No,
gets,
well, then Zelda could escape on horseback, and then Ganondorf would never be able to find her.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he would.
He didn't have Zelda captive though until
Yeah.
the end of Ocarina.
Zelda was completely missing.
because she was sheep.
Ironically, this mysterious Sheik person showed up the same time that Zelda disappeared.
Wow, goodness gracious, what a coincidence.
I mean, I'm sure Ganondorf would have been able to find it eventually.
I don't know. Zelda hid for 7 years, so who knows? It's a mystery. Yeah, well. Anyway, anyone else have any thoughts about Lonk?
I guess they could have replaced the boomerang with, like, stasis, maybe.
Green is not a creative color.
Indeed.
I like green.
Oof. Anyway, though. Okay, so that's about it for Lank.
I don't like blue
For Lanky
that
Kong.
much.
Okay, let us move on to the random food discussion where I randomly generate a food and we just discuss it for like a second.
I swear
I
to God,
can
if
eat
it's
a
lettuce, because you said
dodongo.
let us.
I'm so
When can we make a new
hungry.
segment?
What?
When can we replace this segment?
I don't know when we think of something. Okay, today's food is pepper.
I don't know if I've eaten that or not.
Patrick, okay, yet another food that Patrick has not eaten. Amazing.
No,
I get jalapenos on my Subway sandwiches.
Yeah, I enjoy peppers. I'm not the biggest fan of them, but
My
you know,
favorite
they're-
spouse from Salt from Blue's Clues.
true.
I watched a couple episodes of Pepper Ann as a kid. I like the theme song.
Yeah, Pepper Potts is a fun character.
Does pepperoni count?
No, you fool. But yeah, I like I like the little peppers that like what's it called? Pepperoncini, I think they're called. They're like lime green almost. They're like little tiny peppers that are super spicy. I like eating those. They make me feel alive. And like, yeah, I don't know. Otherwise, I don't seek out peppers that often.
They're a topping. That's what we use them for most of the time.
True. But yeah, I just don't put them on stuff.
Not a topping.
Yeah. Well, they're both. We're specifically the one I got is the vegetable pepper, not the salt and pepper.
Well, is it? Oh. Yeah, right.
Because I was thinking like bell peppers, like sauteed, jalapenos, banana.
Yeah, well, those are peppers as well. So it's
acceptable on pizza.
Yeah, exactly. I'm fine with peppers on pizza.
Are you okay with pizza on pizza?
Huh.
You know, I've never thought about that.
Is that like a double-deckered pizza?
That sounds delectable, obviously.
Or is that just like a Chicago style?
I'm gonna go low the Q&A a while.
Yeah, sounds good. So
hey,
those
isn't that Chris's job?
Probably, but I don't care.
I mean, I already have it
Chris,
loaded
are you
up.
still alive? Okay.
Hey folks, viewer mail time again.
Alright, so those are our pepper thoughts. So now time for Q's and A's.
Ooh, I want to rescue that because answer that because I'm a gamer.
Okay, Patrick, go ahead, read this question.
A Fire Emblem question from Edward. Which was your first route in Three Houses? Mine was Golden Deer, they say. Mine was Golden Deer, I also say.
Mine was Golden Deer, I also say. Now I'm playing the church route, and it's not as fun because Golden Deer was... Because Claude is my bae. So, yeah, that's it. That's my review of Golden Deer. It is good because Claude. And that's the whole question, I guess. Which was your first route? They never said elaborate. So there, I answered the question and more. Okay, so
I found a really good question.
Yeah.
From user Redmix. What the hell is ShinyCast? That's
okay.
a good question. We don't even know yet.
ShinyCast is the official Shafrillis Productions podcast channel, according to the YouTube. That's about it. That's my review.
What's ShinyCast? You're living it. You're there, dude.
Yeah. It's my world and we're all living in it. Here's a pretty solid question from Citizen Hal. What's everyone's favorite SpongeBob episode?
Band Geeks.
I mean, obviously. Yeah, obviously Band Geeks is up there, but I think I'm gonna lean towards Chocolate with Nuts. It's iconic. I loved our live action reenactment of it. It was something else. Anyway.
Yeah, I feel like it's a situation similar to you. Chocolate with Nuts might be my favorite, but Band Geeks is the best.
Indeed.
I never really thought about actual favorite, but I would say like the big three are obviously Band Geeks, Chocolate with Nuts, and Shanghai.
Oh yeah, it's a fun one.
I think like the big three for me are Chocolate Nuts, Band Geeks, and Krusty Krab training video.
Oh, obviously.
Oh yeah.
The camping episode is up there.
Like a camping episode. Does the movie count?
The movie's its own thing, I believe.
Which one?
The first one.
Yes, you
know,
fool.
I've still only seen bits and pieces of the second one so far.
Yeah.
I need to watch the full thing. I mean, I hear it's good.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
It's just the main thing was just they focused the entire marketing campaign around the CG live action portions, and that's like doesn't even happen to like the last 10 minutes of the movie basically.
Yep. Anyway though, Chris and Ben, how about y'all?
So I never got enough exposure to the TV series as a whole. I say the one episode I watched the most is Frankendoodle. One with Doodle Bob.
Iconic. It's a good choice. Chris, how about you?
I'm gonna go a little farther up the timeline, I guess, in terms of SpongeBob, but the one where Plankton summons all of his redneck cousins to take over the Krusty Krab is definitely one of my favorites.
Iconic.
You fools!
I have 70 alternative accounts. Amazing.
And I also know what I think number 4 for me would be. I Had an Accident.
Oh, that one is so good. It's kind of underrated. No one ever talks about that as one of the best ones, but
Which
it's
episode?
just what's a gorilla doing underwater in the first place?
Oh, right.
Well,
George,
it's a
they're
funny
onto us.
And the way
Let's
it just
get
ends with
out
the
of
live-action
here.
family confused as hell.
It's so good. Oh, and I also want to give a shout out to Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy 5, the one with every villain is lemons. That one is just, there's so many amazing jokes in that one, like too many to count. But no one ever talks about that as one of the best ones because it's like they can't keep the Mermaid Man and Barnacle ones track, like they can't keep track of which one is which. But that one is a personal favorite. Anyway, though.
I saw this question from Mikey. If Tamatoa was added in Smash, what would his final Smash be?
Oh, that's a good one.
Because how many things does Tamatoa do?
He would.
Watch out for his spinning attack.
Yeah, that'd be one of his regular moves. He would eat you. Fish dinner. Like he would grab you. He would do the Ridley thing where he like pins Maui against the wall, throw him up in the air, and then knee him into your mouth. That would be his final smash, and then eat you. So yeah.
And it's called Fish Dinners?
Yeah. Yes, there we go. Perfect. We did it.
Epic.
I know. I don't want Tamatoa in Smash, though. I think he's too big. But that's a discussion for another day.
He's big and
not
purple.
this
It checks out.
again.
Exactly. Anyway.
It was one from God Chew. What is the worst film that you have watched in its entirety, and why?
I would say Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. That is the only movie I have ever given a half star to. It is irredeemable.
Okay, but
There's
James.
nothing good.
James.
What?
You're missing Maximum Overdrive.
Oh my god. Okay, you know what? I would give Maximum Overdrive like a 2 out of 10. Because at least it had some fun moments. But that was one of the worst viewing experiences of my life. So, but
At least
it's
with
not.
Maximum Overdrive, you know what you're getting into.
Yeah, it had some fun stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and review Maximum Overdrive on Letterboxd right now.
Can we
You know
just
what?
finally get around to actually reviewing that for the channel?
We should.
You know what?
Directed by the master
It
himself.
would be awesome.
Ugh.
Can you, like, watch movies through Discord? Or no, that only works if you have, like, a video of it from,
Well, I
think
mean,
we
they have a
stream,
screen
like-
sharing thing now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because-
because I've played games before.
We should watch Love on a Leash.
Oh my god, what a ride that movie is. Yeah. If you guys don't know about Love on a Leash, holy shit. It's just, oh my god. It's so good. I mean, it's not good. It's the opposite of good, but it's so fun. Anyway, though. So, what's your guys' answer to the worst movie you've ever seen?
Well, I had an answer, but because it's watched entirety, I had to change it. Because my normal answer would be like Game Over Man on Netflix, but since I gave up on that like halfway through, the worst movie I've probably seen in its entirety, I'm just gonna go with The Mummy 2017.
Ugh. Yeah.
Because the thing with that movie is that it's trying to do two different kinds of movies with its tone. It's trying to be a horror movie. It's trying to be an action movie. You can't really do both of those things at the exact same time. You can do a horror film with action elements in it. You can do an action film with horror elements in it. You can't do both equally at the same time. They're going to conflict.
Indeed.
And it just had no idea what it wanted to be. And first off, why are you setting off your cinematic universe with The Mummy?
Honestly, yeah. There's.
That's
like, way
movie
better
3 or
choices.
4. You start with Dracula or Frankenstein.
Yeah. Oh god.
Didn't they cancel that after The Mummy?
Yeah, and then they gave the rights to Universal Monsters to Blumhouse, and then they did their take on Invisible Man, and that did well because it's just a standalone horror movie.
Yep.
And
But now they're gonna-
I heard it's actually good, so I need to watch that still.
Yep. Now they're gonna start it up all over again.
I just want a new creature from the Black Lagoon. Hopefully
Yeah.
they don't make it suck.
Indeed.
I think I had the unfortunate experience of having to suffer through Minions.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
why?
I don't remember exactly how.
Yeah, Minions is every bit as awful as you would expect. It's not tolerable to sit through. Like, I can tolerate a lot of movies and just sit there bored, but Minions is just, oh my god, unbelievably terrible. But yeah. Anyway, so how about Ben and Chris?
I can't think of an answer for this, but I take this opportunity to correct one of my answers from last week, where I talked about or we were asked about movies that we knew as a kid was terrible. I completely forgot that I had to sit through watching the direct-to-DVD movie Tinkerbell movies,
Oh,
and
no.
with my sister. Those were horrible pieces of
Oof.
garbage.
Yeah, that sounds horrible. Oh my god.
Oh, Benjamin.
Yike. Anyway. Chris, do you have anything?
I'd have to say Ghost Ship, because it was literally Event Horizon but on a boat in the middle of the ocean and nothing makes sense in it.
The hell's Ghost Ship?
Like the plot itself
Is
just
that just
doesn't.
like one of those Walmart horror movies you always see?
Oh, sorry about that. My Discord had a stroke for a moment.
Oh dear.
Is that like one of those those Walmart horror movies you always see when you ever go to the
No,
DVD
it
aisle?
actually it got a theatrical release in 2002, I want to say, and then like a few months, and then like a month or so later, went straight to DVD.
Nice.
Look at that.
I don't like the
All
fact
right.
that my Discord just keeps having a stroke.
Oh dear.
Stroke.
Yes.
Like a boat.
Aha.
But yeah, they have techno music. And it's trying to be a horror film.
Why?
Nothing like
That's-
makes sense. Like they lock a guy in a fish tank, and the fish tank just fills up with water at some point. They don't explain anything.
Yeah, that sounds not good. Goodness gracious.
I guess
me.
the only
All right. Anyone else have a question they would like to answer?
Just scroll and then I'll find something at random.
All right, Chris or Ben, you guys got anything that piques your fancy?
There you go.
William and Ben, I don't know if you guys have played the Spyro remaster.
I have
Yeah.
not. I want to at some point. I'll probably get on PS4 instead of Switch though, because same game, but it'll look better on PS4.
So for everyone that has, William, you should still be able to answer this if you know anything. What is your favorite Spyro level that isn't a homeworld?
I've always been more into Crash than Spyro, so I really have that much experience.
Oh god damn it!
Unfortunately. But I will say that I have been having trouble with the trolley lately.
I've
Good
only
old,
played
good old
the-
Breeze Harbor. That's a fun one.
I have the
trouble with the trolley, eh?
Oh dear.
I have the remaster on Switch. I've only gotten through. I'm still on the first game though on it. As there hasn't really been any. Like I see your tweets about them, Chris, but yeah, none of them really stuck out to me. I say my favorite thing about Spyro is MP Carlson's YTPs of it. So I don't know which
Same,
world that is.
honestly. Yeah, just Riptonia. That's my choice because of the YouTube.
That is the correct answer.
Yeah, I also have Spyro Remastered on Switch, but I have yet to play it. I've had it since it came out, but I just never got around to it. Yeah.
I think
Okay, this one just stuck out into my mind, and it's gonna haunt my dreams if I don't mention it. E3 102 Gamma asked Lego ?
What? I don't see that.
Lego my ego.
Just went past it multiple times.
What? Oh, here it is. Lego ? That is the whole question.
Too expensive.
I agree. Lego Star Wars good. Lego Pirates of the Caribbean stupid. I don't know. I just pulled the
didn't-
first thing out of my head.
I didn't religiously watch the show, but whenever I saw an episode of Ninjago when it was on, I liked what I saw. There was that teaser for that new Monkey King show or whatever. That looks really cool.
Yeah, it does.
It's
I
just
like
the same
Lego
animation team of Rise's team, and so the animation was going to be great no matter what.
Yeah.
I liked Lego Indiana Jones a lot too. The second one was really disappointing from what I remember, though. It wasn't. It was weirdly stylized, or like the gameplay was different.
I agree.
I like Lego Indiana Jones 2, but it is a glitchy mess. I just like it because of the level creator and all the open hub worlds.
They had ambitious ideas, but it just did not pan out for that game. But anyway, Lego good. That's about it.
Yeah,
Indeed.
I like Lego.
Anyway, I have a question.
I never got to actually answer the Spyro question. I just realized.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Because
'Cause
Patrick
was
interrupted
too
me.
distracted. Because he was distracted by Lego, just like.
But anyway,
B-movie
favorite level would be. Oh god, there's too many levels. A lot of them are my favorite. Let's just go with that.
His favorite is Spyro.
Indeed. His favorite is Crash Bandicoot Land.
My favorite is all of
Crash
them,
Team
except for the
Racing.
first game, because the majority of those levels are just ass.
Oof. Tragedy.
That's the only one
Anyway.
I've played so far. It's unfortunate.
True.
The level where you get to do skate tricks for Hunter.
Yeah.
I despise those mini games. They were so god awful.
Oof.
And the original, I haven't played.
Tragedy.
I haven't gotten that far in the remaster.
Tragedy. Anyway, though, Jesse Bergener asks, "Who would you consider the godfathers of YTP?" I can think of a few that are obvious, but I'm curious to hear your takes. Now, see, with this question, it's like, who would you consider? So I guess, like, who really influenced YTP as it is today, I suppose. And it's tough because I wasn't there from the beginning of YTP, so it's hard to say. But I feel like the guy who made Skooks is up there. It's
Yes,
just
I was
such
about
an
to say
enduring
Orpheus
classic.
FTW. Easily
Yes.
my favorite.
Is that a YTP?
Yeah.
What, Skooks?
Like in the under the label of
Yeah, of course it is.
What would you categorize Skooks as if it's not a YouTube poop?
Yeah.
an experience.
Okay,
Perhaps.
Todd Howard, it just works.
Yeah. Amazing. But yeah, it's an interesting question because it's like, who really brought YTP to where it is today?
And the real question is, when did YouTube Poop stop being about like just CDI and the Sonic cartoon with Eggman?
Probably
it's
when
not-
they realize you can do it with anything.
True.
Yeah, I don't
So
think it was,
literally
like,
like
supposed to be-
2007.
It wasn't
Yeah.
supposed to be focused on that. That's just what a lot of YTPers like. That's content they like. Or it's bad enough that it's easy to mess. It's fun to mess with.
Yeah. So, again, I wasn't here for the old days, but I feel like a lot of the most influential people are like CS188, definitely, and like, what's his face? Trudermark, I'd say, influenced it pretty well. Even like Emp Lemon during the later years. Hurricoaster. I haven't seen The Sky Had a Ouija in like 8 years, but I know it was popular and it had a lot of influence.
You didn't
But
see
yeah.
Jimmy Davis's remaster for April Fools?
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. I saw that in my recommended, but I didn't watch it for some reason.
It got copyright claims, so you can't watch it anymore. Very sad.
Oh dear. Oh no. But yeah.
Jimmy Davis and NP Carlson are both fun.
Yeah. There's a lot of classic YouTube
And a
poopers.
lot of other people's poops. I still see a certain crab and a certain PNG because of you.
Aha. Excellent. The It's spreading. Amazing. The Tamatoa. Perfect.
And
Anyway.
Miguel.png.
It's great.
Yes.
Chris, you said what, right? Like the iconic what? It's like it gets used.
I guess. I think James brought that up at one point.
Yeah,
it spread a lot. It gets used a lot. It's really impressive.
I honestly haven't watched any YouTube poops in a long while, and the ones I have watched
You're
are all
a
from like
YTP
8
icon.
years ago.
Yeah, Chris, you changed YTP with your what? So
I genuinely cannot recreate that like at all ever.
yeah, it's impossible to recreate. It was just such a perfect what that like blessed by the gods. So yeah, good shit.
Julia713 asks, what is some of our least favorite animated series?
Huh. I don't like Big Mouth. I hate seeing it everywhere, and it's just get out of my face. And yeah, every clip I've seen of it is unfunny, and it's just I hate it. So there's that.
Does this have to be stuff we've seen? Or...
You know what? I'm going to be the unpopular guy here.
Uh-oh.
Rick and Morty does not tickle my fancy.
Oof. Well, I mean, I don't think anybody likes Rick and Morty anymore.
I genuinely just don't like it.
Oof. Tragedy.
I think people still watch it. It just isn't as like big blow up viral anymore.
Yeah.
A lot of people got turned off after season 3, and those who did stay are the quiet, normal people that watch TV that don't flood the internet all the time.
True. Yeah, I don't care anymore about Rick and Morty. It's like, what's the point of continuing to watch? There's no point.
I'm pretty sure it'll be on HBO Max, so I'll watch the new season then, but I'm not going to care too deeply.
Yeah. Anyway, how about the rest of y'all?
If it's a series I don't really like, I'm not going to continue watching it, so I don't really know anything else about it afterwards. So my answer is I don't know, I don't care.
True.
I mean, I'm not gonna just spitball a bunch of bad series that I've never seen.
I love going on the internet and talk about video games I've never played.
Iconic.
That is a line in Super Paper Mario. We are
Which I do like.
Circle.
Full circle, everybody. Amazing.
And you can fold paper into a circle.
Indeed.
We did it, boys.
If you consider each total drama series as their own separate... I mean, each season as their own separate shows as they're treated in universe, then Total Drama All-Stars is the worst cartoon series I've ever seen.
I have to agree there, because I also don't watch a lot of bad cartoon shows. Total Drama All-Stars was so bad. It's like hilariously bad. So don't watch that one. There is literally no point.
That was the one where they went back to the camp again and they brought back the original cast and like the new cast from the previous one, right?
Yeah. It was just so awful.
I genuinely don't.
All-Stars because the newer cast wasn't really All-Star yet.
Exactly. It doesn't make sense. It's just
I genuinely don't remember that one existing.
Good. I envy you.
I mean, shows like SpongeBob and Fairly Odd Parents are probably mostly dominated by horse shit at this point, but I just pretend like the series have already ended.
I mean, that's what most people do, so yeah. Anyway, I guess I should take this time to say unpopular opinion. I would never say Johnny Test for this question because Johnny Test is a good ass show. Fuck y'all.
Except for the recent webisode.
Why were you? Why are you police officers? I blew
blew
up
up
Malaysia.
Okay. The recent webisode was genuinely terrible. That was the worst thing I've ever seen. But that doesn't count. I'm talking about the original Johnny Test. It was good. Damn it.
Insert whip crack noise here.
What? Oh yeah, we gotta insert whip crack noises. Whoever's editing this episode, we gotta put them in. Anyway.
Every time my dog barks, I'll just put a whip crack in.
Perfect. It'll mask it perfectly.
Borf.
Yeah. Okay. Here's a question I like from ACNH_Penguino. What is your guys' favorite Animal Crossing villagers?
I like Nate.
Yeah, Nate's good.
And-
I would go with Felicity, because she was my first next door neighbor, my first game, City Folk. Spork, because he's my best friend. Kiki, because she was my best friend.
No, she's my best friend.
Fuck you.
No, she was the one who orchestrated my birthday party. Did she orchestrate yours?
Fuck you. And I also like Cookie and Jeremiah and Eric and Eugene. And yeah, those are my choices.
Yeah, my favorites are Nate, Spork, and yeah, I think I'd say Jay.
Jay was cool.
Also Cookie now.
Yeah.
And I miss Lucky.
Lucky was awesome. Yeah. How about y'all?
My favorite is Audie. And also, I don't have him, but whenever I see Raymond, I want to punch him in the face.
Yeah, fuck Raymond.
Not because of him, because of everything online.
Yeah.
I can't wait till they get Animal Crossing New Horizon plushies at Target so I can take a video of punching him in the face.
Yep.
It's gonna be great.
Exactly. Looking forward. How
How
about you?
I haven't played enough Animal Crossing yet, but I'm going to say that Mr. Rossetti is fun in YTPs. So that's my answer.
True. Very true.
You saved me a lot of digging, you did. So here's a reward.
Iconic. Chris, who's your favorite?
I have to go with Scoot.
Yeah.
I don't have him in New Horizons, but I had him in New Leaf,
Yeah.
and he was easily my favorite villager to go do shit for.
Yeah, he was fun. Okay.
Oh, I also miss Hammy.
Hamlet.
Oh.
You've got his name wrong. You don't miss him at all. You got him confused with Over the Hedge.
Can you blame me?
You're right. Over the Hedge is everything.
All right,
It
we're
pervades-
approaching the hour and a half mark. Should we start wrapping it up?
Yeah. Unless anyone has one more burning question they would like to ask, I'm good personally. But
Also,
yeah.
I loved Inkwell.
Yeah.
He was just an amiibo villager from Scanning an Inkling. But
Well-
speaking of that, I love that you could just put Ganon in your town and he can water flowers instead of burning the world down.
Good
Well,
shit.
you see, my favorite villager is Name's entire cast.
Yes, name and address withheld. Let me see if there's just a question I can answer with like a one-word answer, like just a really basic question.
I love Felicity, but Kiki's my favorite cat.
Yeah,
The T came from me thinking about Tom, who I also like.
yeah. Okay, here's a question. Is Persona 5 Royal better than Persona 5? Yes. Okay, there we go. We did it.
Sure.
So that's about it. Have you seen the recent episodes of SpongeBob? No. Okay, there we go. Look at that. We're so good at answering questions. Okay, that's about it. So we can wrap up if that's good with y'all. And sorry if we didn't get to your questions. Again, keep asking them when Chris sends these tweets out, and we may be able to answer them. So, to now we wrap up by recommending a random thing. Literally anything. Patrick, what do you recommend?
I gotta do this on the spot. Me. You recommend something.
I recommend Persona 5 Royal.
Oh,
Play
wow,
it.
nobody
It's
saw that coming.
So good. Nobody saw that coming.
You
correct.
never see it.
I didn't see it coming because I didn't care.
Yeah, say that my mind is too fast for eyes. Okay. Chris, how about you? What do you recommend?
There's a really good parody version of Fist of the North Star that was made in like 2013. I forget what the hell it's called. I think it's like DD, and then like Fist of the North Star. It's really freaking funny.
Nice. King DDD. All right. William, how about you? Good choice.
I recommend you watch the movie Schlock on Tubi TV.
Excellent. Perhaps I shall. Ben, how about you?
I'm going to not recommend Sticky Traps for mouse traps. It was I saw it on clearance when I was getting one. I did not think it through at all. If you've seen the Star Wars Robot Chicken, if you remember Gary killing the Ewok, that was basically how you have to kill the mouse. Yeah, I didn't think of that there. It wasn't good. I had died after the first strike, but yeah, it was not pleasant.
Yike. That sounds bad.
So you recommend not recommending it?
Indeed. Patrick, it's all up to you.
I recommend that you...
Good recommendation.
Oh.
Yes.
Well,
Congratulations, Patrick. You did it. Okay, moving on now.
no, come up with something like... I recommend...
That you like, comment, subscribe to this video. Everyone plug something quick.
Alright, everybody plug something. Okay. I don't know, Schaeferless Productions. It's a YouTube channel. I mean, you can watch that if you want. I recommend it. That's my plug.
I recommend you follow all of us on Twitter. That's my plug.
Correct. Alright.
I recommend you follow us all on YouTube and Twitter.
Ooh.
Oh.
Damn.
Okay. I recommend Scoutland, the dog Pokemon from Generation 5.
Okay, good recommendation.
He is very strong and intimidating yet fluffy.
Good. He's a good boy. Okay. Chris, you got anything to plug?
No.
Excellent. All right, that is our show today. Tune in next time when we do other things and stuff. Thank you all.
Tune in next time when I die from eating a bunch of peanut butter M&Ms.
Exactly.
Oh, that's the best one.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Spoiler
Bye, have a
alert,
beautiful
next
time.
time is Samus.
Yeah. Bye.
Got a little Metroid teaser.
Okay. There we go.
Just
So-
like the Paper Mario.